Hello, today we will be talking about innovation. Developing your innovation skill and making it a habit is critical to your success.
Welcome to The Connector Life with Kimber Booth, a blog of insights for connectors who are experts at connecting and uniting people, knowledge, and resources. And their success stems from bringing a level of energy and clarity for themselves and others.
Now, are you an innovator? Or are you frustrated by others who should be innovative but rarely think or act that way? Maybe it's your boss, maybe it's your peer. A well-known innovator of our time is Steve Jobs. But innovation is not restricted to CEOs. It is important at work and useful in our daily life as we grow and adapt to change. Individuals and managers need to break from our traditional ways of thinking and create and nurture this environment of innovation. So what is innovation? Simply, innovation is a new idea, method, or device. As a process, it can actually be described as bringing any new problem-solving idea into use. It is often viewed as an application of better solutions that meet new requirements, unarticulated needs, or an existing market need. Pulling together multiple innovation experts, the group Idea to Value developed the following definition, which is probably the easiest, which is executing an idea which addresses a specific challenge and achieves value for both the company and the customer. Now, I have been blessed to work for companies who support innovation through their training and through practice. In a course that I took many years ago, an example of innovation that stood out in my mind was how to solve the problem of storing and transporting watermelons, right? They're really big and round. The innovation was to grow the watermelons in boxes so that they were square and did not move around. I also participated in a program called a hackathon, which was hosted by Yale University, Yale New Haven Health, and MIT. This is a great innovative method. Hackathon is a structured multi-day process to address a specific problem with a diverse team to create a prototype and eventually pitch the idea to investors. Now, I do have a few books that I really enjoy on innovation. The first is Innovation Secrets of Steve Jobs by Carmen Gallo. Innovation, the ability to see change as an opportunity and not a threat. Steve Jobs. There are 7 innovative principles discussed in this book, and you may have heard these quotes before. Number 1, do what you love, think differently about your career. Number 2, put a dent in the universe. Think differently about your vision. Number 3, kickstart your brain. Think differently about how you think. Sell dreams, not products, and think differently about your customers. Number 5, say no to 1,000 things so you can think differently about design. 6, create insanely great experiences. And number 7, you want to master your message. Think differently about your story. So innovation versus disruptive innovation. These terms get thrown out around a lot. So let's talk about innovation versus disruptive innovation. The other book on this subject that is related more to healthcare is called The Innovator's Prescription, a disruptive solution for healthcare by Clayton Christensen. Clayton coined the phrase disruptive innovation as an innovation that creates a new market and value network and eventually disrupts an existing market and value network, which can actually displace an established market leading firm, product, or alliance. So let's break it down a little bit more with the types of innovation. So when it comes to types of innovation, there can be sustaining or more disruptive innovation. So sustaining innovation is an innovation that does not significantly affect existing markets. It can either be an evolutionary innovation, which is an expected improvement to a product in an existing market, such as when we got the fuel injection for our gas engines, which displaced carburetors. A revolutionary innovation is something that is unexpected, but does not actually change existing markets. And the example here is when we first got automobiles, they were actually too expensive and honestly very few were sold. And that brings us to disruptive innovation, which is an innovation that creates a new market by providing some different set of values, which ultimately and unexpectedly overtakes an existing market. So this, with the car analogy, comes back to when the Model T, affordable Model T car came out, which displaced horse-drawn carriages. In healthcare, we can think about a disruptive innovation as the electronic health record. It is definitely a disruptive innovation. Innovation can also be about adopting new ideas faster. This is an important point. How long does it take a new idea to be implemented broadly? In healthcare, this can be called the evidence practice gap. How long does it take to get from there to there? It takes more than a decade to implement research results into clinical practice. The adoption of the electronic health record was sped up through the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, which included an incentive. Now, developing your innovation skills. You do want to build your knowledge and skills by reading on innovation from experts. Some of the additional supportive skills are also beneficial, which include persuasion, people management, and change. Management skills that are useful tools and methods that support innovative processes. Now, some of these tools include things like design thinking, creative problem solving, lean and agile, and something called Innovation Cube. You can read about the innovation do's and don'ts in this week's bonus blog download for a checklist. Putting innovation into practice and making it a habit. Making innovation a habit is no different than making other habits, such as brushing our teeth or practicing self-reflection. Following a process for innovative thinking and resulting behaviors will lead to a habit. Habit forming comes from incorporating these key triggers and conditions into words of our daily routine. Some tips for making an innovation habit are: 1, constantly connect the dots. You've heard me say this before. Number 2, commit to asking questions. Number 3, actively try new things. Number 4, find points of intersection with others. Understand that. 5, have a sense of purpose. 6, cross-pollinate ideas. And 7, make it a daily routine. Now, while many companies may believe they are committed to innovation, they do not invest the time, people, or money to support innovation, to support incorporation of innovation into their culture. In my area at work, we did support this by adding innovation to our department commitment statement, and it is part of our company's values. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice, Jobs once said. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what the truly you want to become. I love this quote, and it reminds me of why I chose my word of the year as bold. So much of this relates to mindset and having an entrepreneurial and entrepreneurial spirit. You can join next week's blog when I discuss mindset, the right attitude. Now, if you're interested in more on growth and innovation, I recommend you join my course, Farmovation. Join the ongoing conversation at kimberbooth.com and subscribe to my email list so we can connect regularly, and you will receive content that I don't share anywhere else. In this week's blog post at kimberbooth.com/blog/009, you will also be able to access the bonus blog download, Innovation Mistakes, the Do's and Don'ts checklist. Now it's your turn. Identify how you will develop your innovation skill and make it a habit. Share what action you will take in the comments section below at kimberbooth.com/blog/009. Be bold, be a connector, and excel your life. Invest in your career and development. Thank you.